effective incident response plan look like for an RE? Yeah.
Okay. Uh, uh, the name suggests it's very big and complicated, but trust me, to all the audience, the SEBI guidelines is designed so that it's more of lean, more actionable, and it basically is to make sure that it helps you recover from the incidents without any resource requirement or something. So how do we do that? We can have very clear roles and responsibilities around that. Like say, for example, you can have as I mentioned earlier, have a senior person who overlooks the security in an organization. Now you can have one dedicated incident response officer. That is again a senior staff who is responsible to make sure that he coordinates with other staffs and make sure that the incident is there. Prepare an escalation matrix. That is something that you have certain people in IT or in areas of requirement, designate them with certain level of responsibilities so that at least at every stage they know that this is what is required. And most importantly, when you are an RE and when you are into this segment, you will definitely be working with outside people, with third party vendors. So include them as well, because they can also be a threat because they are connected to your networks. So make sure that all your third party vendors are there. Uh, uh, Connect with your legal advisors and experts so that at least you have a framework ready, you have an idea about it. Now, detection mechanisms, what you can do is have an antivirus alert, have firewall logs also there so that at least you know where the breach is happening. Classify your incidents into low, medium, or high based on the impact on the cost or the operation that happens. Uh, Eradication of these is very important. So make sure that you have tools in place so that you can have those things. So maintain a register possible so that you have the date time of the incident happened, when you detected, and also make sure that you submit these to SEBI. So important is how do you conduct these? Have you updated the policies? And then share the insights to SEBI. And always keep training people and keep running mock drills is what we suggest to the REs.
Thanks, Alga. Divya, every RE, so how can Microsoft tools assist in detecting and responding to incidents quickly?
Okay, so
You could give
speed
some
is everything.
examples, maybe give some examples.
Sure. I'll begin with that. So speed is everything. Definitely a delayed response can mean financial loss, a regulatory penalty, or reputational damage. Of course, that's what matters the most. Now, the question is, how do we detect and respond in minutes? Detection happens quickly. The response takes time, planning, or assessment, and that should not take days again. I will also just pause here and talk about what are the some common threats that come to my mind. We all are bombarded with phishing attacks. So the fraudulent emails, the SMS, the call trick customers do, or accidentally, employees revealing sensitive information like card details, etc. The second category that I can think of are those sophisticated long-term attacks where an attacker gains unauthorized access and he remains undetected for months. Third one, the most popular one everybody has heard about, the ransomware, a malware which takes control of your data, encrypts it, they demand payment for decryption, all of that. It disrupts your operations. There is a risk of data loss, definitely. Several more that come to my mind. And these threats are particularly dangerous for the segment that we have the audience today, right? It is sensitive financial data. You have the regulatory obligations and the need to remain 24/7 availability. Now, how can Microsoft assist in this? How can you get a unified visibility? Uh, well, the tools that we have, and specifically the one that I was speaking about earlier, the Sentinel, think of it as your command center. It aggregates signals from all your core infrastructure. If you have cloud and SaaS applications or third-party tools, it gets it all into the one view. The Defender tool that I spoke about, it correlates the data across your little endpoints that you have, the POS, the branch machines, all your employees, which are the identities. It detects the emails for any compromise before a breach. And the beautiful part of it is how it does that is all of this are automated. So within Sentinel, there are playbooks. It'll isolate the device which has been compromised. It'll disable the accounts. It'll block the IPs automatically. So nobody has to wait for a manual intervention. Nobody has to wait for someone to come online from a security standpoint and take the action. And with the beauty and the intervention of AI today, we have something called as the security co-pilot, which is the AI assistant. All that a CISO or a CISO can do today is ask a natural language to it, like show me impacted accounts, show me what's the next best action. And it cuts down the investigation in merely a few minutes than what it was hours ago. So basically, what I'm just trying to paint a picture for you here is as to how the tools that we have within Microsoft do not need that much of, uh, you know, a customization today. These are all inbuilt. One real life scenario which comes to my mind is one of the finance customers was facing a ransomware attempt on their core system where their data was there, the SQL and all of that. The attackers tried, laterally getting in to kind of encrypt the data and use it. What our tools did, they flagged any unusual credential which was in use within second. The tool itself isolated the device. It all was happening midnight when nobody was logged in. And basically, we were able to stop the attack even before that happened. So compliance and trust is non-negotiable, right? So Microsoft here helps you detect all of this faster, respond faster, and protect what matters the most, the customer trust.
I think that's a very important point because, when you look at a small or a mid-size entity, they really don't have a team doing 24/7 IT,
Absolutely.
right? And the interesting part is attackers know that. And
Truly.
because they know that, attacks will
Pattern.
happen at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. kind of stuff, right? So when you have something which is automated, I think that really solves a great problem, right? So from whatever we have discussed about this aspect about incident response, bottom line is every RE needs a incident response plan. It can be basic for a small RE, more detailed with a lot of escalation steps for a medium RE, but it's non-negotiable. Having incident response is absolutely necessary. That's the basic point here, right?